Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city. But now we're going to take you into your own market for real stories of real neighborhoods through real professionals. I'm your host, Craig Sewing. Let's start the American Dream right now. Welcome to the American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
Welcome to American Dream TV Selling Colorado, where we explore the lifestyle, the culture, and the real estate of the communities you live in and love. I'm Ken Gafka, your host from eXp Realty. Today, I'm going to introduce you to Icelantic Skis, a locally based company here in Golden, Colorado. We're going to talk to the founder, learn his story. We're going to get a behind the scenes look at the ski manufacturing process, and then we're going to stop over at their retail store. Let's go talk to Ben Anderson, founder of Icelantic Skis. Ben, we're here at the factory, and before we get into kind of the meat of the process, I've got a couple questions for you. Number one, what gave you the inspiration to start a ski company, which I understand was at a pretty young age? Yep. And then secondly, what gave you the confidence that you could enter an industry, a mature industry, and be successful?
Yeah, I mean, overall, it definitely wasn't a strategic decision. It was definitely driven by passion. So, it was an idea I had in high school, and I really just committed to that idea. I think it really came down to, first of all, committing 100%. People always ask, how did you do this? I'm like, I committed 100% to it, and I just believed in what we were doing. So, I think just building the foundation of building a quality product, right here in Colorado in the USA, and then just staying true to who we are, and really doing things different. To be successful in this industry, you've got to think differently on almost every aspect of the business.
Right. I mean, the manufacturing process is quite complex, but what do you think most people would find most interesting and what they wouldn't expect maybe about the process?
Yeah, I think overall one of the biggest things is just really how hands-on this process is. Yeah. It's definitely not a bunch of robots making this. I mean, it's about 50 pairs of hands that kind of go through this process. So from the very start of the prepping the materials all the way through finishing, it is just a very hands-on process. And I think even our core customers, when they come in and see this process, they're like, whoa, I knew that these were made here, but I had no idea how intensive this process actually is.
Right. All right, I'm ready to go take a look at the process. Let's go see the meat and potatoes of this operation.
Heck yeah.
Ben, we're here at your headquarters and flagship store in Golden. Now, you could have chosen any location in the Denver metro area to put your shop and your headquarters. Why Golden?
Yeah, we were based right in downtown in Denver for about the first 10 to 15 years of the business. We loved what Denver had to offer, and it was such a good way to launch the brand, but we wanted to change it up a little bit. Yeah. And we were kind of talking as a team, and we're like, we all wanted to get west. Half of us were living in Evergreen. Yeah, exactly. Half of us were in Evergreen and kind of moving this way. And we just felt that Golden would be such a cool spot to kind of stake our claim and create a presence. It's got such a great booming downtown area. It just really aligned with the brand. It's been fun to kind of take what we've done and really open up our space, and have this retail experience to allow people to come in, get a sense of the brand, see what we have to offer, and really be a part of what we're doing.
Hey Ben, thank you so much for the tour of the factory. That was such a cool experience, and coming over here and showing us the retail store and telling us a little bit more about Icelantic. And your childhood dream coming to fruition, you're just an incredible inspiration. So thanks again for taking us through the story of Icelandic.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for coming and joining it with us.
So now that I've got you hyped about hitting the slopes, come on down to the flagship store for Icelantic, talk to some of the experts, and find out which ski is going to take your skiing to the next level. I'm Ken Gafka, your host, and I can't wait to see you next time on my next segment of The American Dream, Selling Colorado.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Aspen, Colorado, one of the most beautiful places on earth. And while Aspen is known for luxury and glamour, really there's so much more to it than that. Whether it's skiing or hiking or biking or just good schools, there's something here for everyone. And today we're going inside the Aspen Flight Academy and the Top Gun celebration tonight to raise money for students who are trying to realize their dreams to become a licensed pilot. I'm Ann Abernathy, and this is The American Dream. Joining me now is Jeff Posey. He's the president of the Aspen Flight Academy, and his wife, Elizabeth Schlossberg, she owns EKS Events here in Aspen. She's one of the top 5 event planners in the entire country. They're both volunteers. They're volunteering their time for Aspen Flight Academy. Jeff, why is this so important to your family?
It's really important to me and my wife to give the students in our community the opportunity to achieve their goals and their occupational goals of wanting to become a private pilot and be in the aviation industry.
So I know it costs a lot for these kids to go through. So tonight is a big part of that. Tell me how you make that happen for them.
Tonight is a huge part for the Aspen Flight Academy. This is our first annual charity gala event for our students to get full scholarships to get a private pilot's license.
That is just fantastic.
Yes.
Well, congratulations. I wish Elizabeth were here, but she's very busy inside.
She is very busy, but she is why we're able to achieve our goals and raise the money we can to give to these students and their scholarships.
Jeff Posey is congratulating Eric here, who just soloed this very minute. He's going to go through the entire Aspen Flight Academy. Tonight's Top Gun fundraiser for the Aspen Flight Academy is about raising scholarship money, but it's about way more than that. It's about inspiration. Joining me now is Kevin LaRosa, who's very, very inspirational. He's the guy that was one of the pilots on Top Gun Maverick, the movie. Welcome to Aspen,
Thanks,
Kevin.
Ann. I'm glad to be here.
Tell us about that experience going up and chasing those airplanes around.
You know, working on Top Gun Maverick was just as much a thrill to work on as it is to watch.
How much of that was real?
Well, on Top Gun Maverick, we always say the movie is almost all real. Tom Cruise's #1 rule is always an airplane in lens, enhanced by CGI. And of course, we can't blow up F-18s or airplanes, so that's where CG kicks in.
How did you find your way here, and why did you come?
I got a call from my good friend Michael, who actually owns this beautiful Phenom 300 behind me, and he explained to me what the Aspen Flight Academy was. Now, as an aviator, as a pilot, we all start in the same place. We're all born from the same thing. People that love aviation, that stare up in the sky when we hear an airplane. That's what I was. I was a fence kid, staring at airplanes through a fence.
Wow.
So we all go through the same process. We all get that same bug and fall in love with it. So if I could give back to the aviation community in any way, if me being here talking inspires one young person to become an aviator, or any person of any age, then I've done my mission. If I can inspire someone to donate money to this amazing academy, then that makes me feel amazing, and that's why I'm here.
We're so thrilled you're here, and I know these students are going to be so excited to see your work, but I think now we need to join the party.
Let's do it.
Okay. My thanks to the Aspen Flight Academy for a Top Gun kind of day. To see more people, places, and things inside Aspen, go to the next American Dream. I'm Ann Abernathy. See you next time.
Welcome to American Dream TV. I'm your host, Ashley Bevan, and this is my co-host, Harley. We're here to show you some really cool historical stuff around Caribou Ranch. It's right above Boulder, right outside of Nederland, and it has a lot of historical significance of homesteads, mining, and tourism in the area. We're going to take a look at the remains of those places and give you a nice tour of the area. Come join us. Well, now we're on the Switzerland Trail. This is the first of our historic stops along our tour today. And the reason I brought you here is because the Switzerland Trail is very instrumental in bringing miners up to the mine that we're going to visit in a little bit, but it also served as a railroad. It was a narrow gauge railroad that brought tourists up to see the area so they could get out of town and see something pretty. No one from Switzerland ever discovered it or anything. They thought, well, let's call it the Switzerland Trail. Everybody will want to go. And sure enough, it worked. It's pretty. Here we are at the DeLon Homestead. This is a family that settled this area in 1863 with the hopes of really making it big in the silver mining industry. And there's a mine a little bit over my shoulder that we're going to go visit as well. But the price of silver fell when they set up their whole homestead. And so they decided that they would abandon that and go to ranching instead. So they raised a whole bunch of Arabian horses in this gorgeous valley. It is a beautiful, beautiful spot on the planet. You should come check it out if you can. We're parked in front of the barn that was part of the DeLon Homestead, and it's been converted by the city of Boulder as an artist in residence program. So artists can apply, come up here, play their music, paint, do whatever art things that they want to do in this beautiful valley in the summer months. It's pretty cool. So we're now at the Bluebird Mine Complex, and the president of the mining company lived in this beautiful house. It's pretty big. It was added on to as his family grew, and it features a trout pond. They filled this pool up with water, caught the trout from the river down there, brought them up here, and had fresh trout whenever they needed them. They have a chicken coop, and it was a lot to go up and down the mountain all the time. So they created all of the things that they needed to sustain the miners and the boss and the boss's family while they were all up here, so that they wouldn't have to go up and down the mountain all the time. It's a pretty cool setup, little town. The miners got to stay in this building over here. That was their bunkhouse, and it was full of beds. Thanks so much for joining me on this historic tour of the Switzerland Trail, the DeLon Homestead, and the Bluebird Mine today. Had a great time, hope you did too.
Welcome to the Adobe. I'm your host, Scott Franks, and I'm excited to bring you to a tour of this fantastic property. This property is located in the city of Greenwood Village. This grand entrance is lined with sculptures from Greenland carved by natives called Anuk Suk. Their purpose is to lead the way. So let's go explore. Joining us right now is the owner of this beautiful place, Susan. Susan really loved this place. I cannot believe this is in a city. So how did you accomplish that?
I think we had a vision of how we really wanted this to be a sanctuary. To accomplish that vision, we only bought 5 acres at first, so anytime anything came up for sale around here, we bought it, and so that's why we're nearly at 15 acres, which is such a rare thing in Greenwood Village.
And the other thing I really love, I mean, with just this pond, just like today, all the Canada goose that are here, the mallard ducks. Is this a normal for you this time of year that they just show up, and do they hang out?
Big time. In fact, there's a party here every night. Coming up to the winter time, there's about at least 200-300 of them. And I bet those ones looking at us right now, there's probably about 15 out there looking at us. We're all born here.
All right. Well, thank you for this. I appreciate you inviting us there. I definitely want to go see the rest of the house.
Okay, please be my guest and come on in. And the ducks and the geese will all be there waiting to hear what you say afterwards.
This is one of your favorites, right?
It is, Scott, you're right. This is the raw rock from the core of Africa, and it's called love because you can see the loving feeling on both of their faces and the way they embrace. And so what better way to welcome somebody into my home than love?
And now we're coming into the library, the / Christmas room. I mean, this is
your favorite.
This is my favorite.
Actually, that's really one of the reasons why we painted it red, because we love this time of year, and the books really depict all our travels around the world, which is where we get both the antique doors that we have built in to the house and the various pieces like the masks, like the strange goat, like the Shona sculpture up here, even the tiles around the fireplace.
It's wonderful. That's really cool. Let's go into the great room. Where did this door come from?
This door actually originated in Seville in Spain. Could be from a jail or something, but it's become our front door with big locks and, you know, just great. Even the noise of opening it is brilliant. And then behind you, this old adobe fireplace, when you have a roaring fire up there, maybe the Christmas tree there, and the red coming out of the library, it's got such a feeling of home and happiness. And then coming through here, it's the staircase to the upstairs, but it's more than that. Well, children love this one because it's a turkey biting his toenails, and it's ancient, maybe 2,000 years old. And then you can beam up and look at the latillas where the sunlight is filtered in, and this is a very Mexican traditional way of filtering the sunlight down through this whole cavern of space here. This is the master bedroom. This is the main space. One of the things I love is lying in bed looking up, and you can see the tummies of the Canadian geese all flying over. And then these friezes again are in the adobe. And the adobe is wonderful because it works with anything. Look at the windows there, looking out on a space that is just brings the blue of that color in, doesn't it?
It sure does. Thank you for taking this tour with me. However you celebrate the holiday season, let's keep one thing in mind. Life is about love. It's not about what's under the tree, it's about who's around the tree. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Live theater and the musical arts has long been a very cherished part of my life. So it is my joy today to introduce you to one of the crown jewels of the Denver Metro regional theater scene. I'm Amy Berglund, Denver Realtor with Mile High Modern, and welcome to another exciting episode of The American Dream. I am so excited to be joined today by Rita Summers, who is the director here at the Lakewood Cultural Center. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the theater?
Certainly. This is the Lakewood Cultural Center. It's part of Lakewood Civic Center, and we have a 320-seat theater, multiple gallery spaces, 3 classroom spaces, and we're just really a hub for creative engagement and enrichment and discovery for little tiny kids all the way to ageless learners.
Fabulous. So tell us about this beautiful stage.
The stage here at the Lakewood Cultural Center is a full-size stage. The stage is completely state-of-the-art so that we can provide full production support for any production that's here in the theater.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what's coming up for your 25th anniversary season next year?
In December, here we have a production of The Nutcracker, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. We have a group called the Queen's Cartoonists. Everybody is welcome here and have a first-hand experience, something that really engages them and connects them to the arts, and through the arts connects us to our community.
Rita, thank you so much for inviting us in today, for giving us this behind-the-scenes tour of everything that goes on here. We really appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you here today. And we look forward to welcoming you to the Lakewood Cultural Center.
Well, I am thrilled to be here today with two members of the Rocky Mountain Stocking Stuffers group. We've got John Chandler and Ernie Martinez. So tell us about your careers that you've had. Ernie, we'll start with you.
Okay, been playing, well, since I was about 4 years old, and I started out on a ukulele because I was too small to hold a guitar. And but I do play numerous stringed instruments. Started playing in bands back in 1967 in a garage band.
And I know that you both are Colorado natives, which it's really hard to find a Colorado native anymore.
Yep.
But your careers, your multi-decade careers, have taken you all over the country.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a native as well.
Yeah?
In fact, my mother's people came to Colorado in 1858. As far as music goes, I'd always been a writer and then went into a corporate career, but always utilized the musical aspects as part of what I was doing.
Any last thoughts on Lakewood Cultural Center and the shows that you have coming up there?
You know, I think that Lakewood Cultural Center, as I mentioned, is our home. I think you feel that way too, Ernie.
Yes,
we all play in different bands and so forth around too, but once a year we get together for this, and it's just a highlight of what we do each year.
I'd like to introduce you today to 14460 West Virginia Drive on the side of Green Mountain Open Space and Trails. Come on in and take a look. Built in 1979 as a Spanish-style villa, this custom home has so many unique features that I absolutely adore. An interior courtyard surrounded by 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms upstairs. So this spacious living room features one of my favorite features in the home, which is this beautiful mid-century style fireplace. So the sunroom is the perfect place for enjoying a morning cup of coffee or sitting and reading or just relaxing with your friends and family. It does have direct access to the yard, which is 1/3 of an acre. So super easy, walk out your door, hop on your bike and go for a wonderful ride through Green Mountain. I'm Amy Berglund, Denver Realtor with Mile High Modern, and it's truly been an honor to have you join me today on this episode of American Dream TV. I look forward to seeing you on our next exciting episode.
Hi, my name is Doug Landon with Slifer Smith & Frampton Real Estate. I'm this week's host with American Dream TV. I want you to know that it's our off season, but the mountain opens in 2 days with 2 gondolas, the earliest opening since 1998. I'm doing something a little different today. We're going to interview my good friend and Rabbi David Mintz, who's opened Veil Chabad, and I was lucky enough to help him buy the facility. I am here with my good friend and Rabbi David Mintz. I was fortunate enough to help him buy this location, and it's been great, I think, right in town. David, tell me, how long have you been in Vail?
We moved to Vail, me and my wife, in 2007. So we've been here almost 17 years. And opened the Jewish Community Center because, number one, this place is an incredible place to live and raise your children. All my 4 children were born just down the road. And it's been an epic experience since.
What is it that gets a rabbi from Brooklyn, New York to relocate to Vail, Colorado?
So as I mentioned, it's an incredible place to live, to raise your children, but also the beauty is that you get to run a Jewish center where there are people that come from all 4 corners of the world, and they get to participate with us and pray with us, study with us, grow with us, and interact and be there in every single way, whether it's their spiritual needs or physical needs.
And I don't mind saying that he skis well. We've skied together in the past.
That's true.
We'll ski together in the future.
Yes, absolutely. So we also have the market downstairs that Doug helped facilitate, and that was on the survey of the town. That was one of the things that was requested with many of the guests and locals here in town. So with the market downstairs and the Jewish Center upstairs, it's a one-stop shop. You can get all your physical needs downstairs and come upstairs and get all your spiritual needs as well.
I think one of the great things with the market is with all the hotels around, people don't have to get in their car and drive to Westvale. The market has everything, full service, everything you would need as a vacationer here in Vail.
That's correct. And for anybody that does buy a home through Doug, you get free membership to the Jewish Center as well, all inclusive.
David, thanks for giving me your time today. I really appreciate it. This was a little bit changed because of the weather, so we're indoors. And I think you have a great facility.
Thank you so much for including me and coming out to visit me in this incredible place of Vail. We always say this place is a spiritual dwelling for all those, and the big takeaways, as they say, is ski in, ski out. We call it daven in, daven out. Pray in and pray out. This gives you literally direct access to the mountain as we're located smack into the village, and what better, we couldn't ask for a better location, and the best friend out there as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for spending time with me. This is Doug Landon, host of American Dream TV. I look forward to seeing you next time in Beaver Creek.
I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.